And we are live. What a match, guys. What a match. Unbelievable. England and Pakistan, everyone was saying they're the favorites to play the final. Both crashed out of the World Cup, courtesy to some brilliant knocks from left-handers, finishing the games, Jimmy Neesham and Matthew Wade today. What are your reactions?
Yeah, I agree. It's a beautiful game. It was one wonderful. I think it's one of the most costliest drops in history for now. But
Yeah,
Hassan Ali, he didn't have a great game to start with, but then this catch will go down. He may not play for Pakistan ever again after this, but we'll see about that. But everybody was used to talk about Brathwaite's four sixes till about last year. Now everybody will remember Wade's 3 6. And
yeah,
hitting Shaheen Shah to be for three back-to-back sixes is no joke.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that catch drop proved very costly, and Pakistan was in the driver's seat because of Shadab Khan's brilliant bowling. I mean, there were some weird moments like Warner not reviewing the, dismissal. Hi, Kunal.
Yeah,
So, uh, I mean, Pakistan. So this is the trend that has been going on in the semifinals. Like the chasing teams are always in the game, even
yeah,
when the things are looking very very bad. They are still in the game. I mean, last 3 overs, if you have batsmen, yeah, who are gutsy and who can put the pressure on the bowlers, you will have that one weak bowler. I mean, like today it was Hassan Ali, and
yesterday it was Jordan. I
you,
mean, surprisingly, it was
yeah,
Jordan.
yes,
Surprisingly,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Jordan.
No, it was not surprisingly. It was not surprisingly. Jordan is a bad death bowler. It has been proven fact in the IPL. So,
IPL, yeah,
but uh, Hassan Ali is not a great death bowler, and I mean that 1 over changed everything. The way Matthew Wade, and I will give full credit. Like yesterday, I gave credit to Daryl Mitchell and Conway. So today, I'll give full credit to Marcus Stoinis. He knew that he's weak against spin, so he waited out the time till the Pacers came, and then actually started playing his shots. He did not go for any cross-batted slog sweeps against spinners, or he was very intelligent. And this pair has already finished one match, which was a very critical win for Australia against South Africa.
yeah,
So
yeah. The first game, yeah, the first league stage game.
the
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
towards the end when
first
it felt
week,
actually felt difficult that Australia might lose, but yeah,
actually, that time also the
amazing
equation was
effort today.
something like 20 runs in 2 overs, and
No, no,
yeah,
but I think they were in a
and
good
it was
position early.
Norkia.
Yeah, it was Nokia.
It was Norkia,
But
and Wade and Stoinis. They kept their cool at that time also, and today also they just went ballistic in the end. But it was only possible because of the good start provided by Warner, I think.
yeah, Warner
yeah,
has been
actually,
amazing,
can't.
right? I mean, he gave a really, really good start. And do you
Yeah,
guys remember that shot he played on the that ball by the professor?
yeah, yeah,
भाई पहली बार इस टाइप का शॉट देखा मैंने भाई कैसे मतलब
No,
वो
that speaks about Warner's experience. Like he was intelligent enough to know that it was going to be a no ball. So he knew
yeah
that
yeah
it was a no ball. Many batsmen would have left it or let it go, but he was intelligent to know that it was a no ball, because the new rule states that if the ball bounces twice before reaching the pitch, earlier it used to be a dead ball, but now it's a
yeah,
no ball. So
yeah. I didn't know that
yeah,
actually.
yeah,
yeah
Yeah.
even
it
I did
happened
not
in the
know
IPL,
that.
this edition of IPL once. So
Oh,
Warner capitalized on it brilliantly. So those are the little moments, experienced player can
Yeah,
get you on the winning
it's
side.
so great to see Warner bat like this now. I'm pretty sure SRH must be regretting how they treated Warner, and now Warner will go for really high bucks in the auction. And pretty sure now we have 10 teams, right? One team will need a captain like Warner.
Warner was not in
And
form
VVS
entire
Lakshman,
tournament. The fucking West Indian team, they made him come back to form. He made 89 against them, and after that, now he has become that old unstoppable Warner. And yeah,
He's a
Kunal,
big
it is
match.
Exactly.
Warner is a
highlighted
big
some
match
That's
player.
interesting
what
So
form is.
points.
That's class and form that we always hear. Like class is
Yeah,
yeah,
it's permanent. Form is temporary. So he was just temporarily out of form, and he got the
yeah,
opportunities and played. And I think one of the other reasons that these teams have done so well in the batting seconds because of the Duke. I remember even last year during the last phases of the IPL when it starts to get a little chillier at night, and in the UAE the dew starts to develop, and team batting second, it's always been easier for them to chase the scores.
Yeah, let's see who wins the toss
We
in the
have
finals now.
we have seen very different chases actually. Like
Definitely.
yesterday, they had many wickets left, but the run rate was very slow. Like they started very slow. Today, the run rate was fine at every part of the game, but they had lost very quickly 5 wickets. So yeah, we have just seen two different chases. Equation was same in the end. After 18 overs, they needed 20 in the last two, and somehow they finished in 1 over in
They
both the
needed
games.
22.
22
They
and
needed
21.
22
Yeah,
and 2.
yeah.
Yeah,
MS
yeah,
MS Dhoni is
surprisingly.
not happy that matches are finishing in 19th over, so Dhoni is not happy about that.
Yeah,
He's lodging an complaint with the ICC right now. In
if
fact,
Dhoni was there in both the games, he would have made 2 and 3 runs in the 19th and would have left 18 for the last over. But these guys are finishing in the 19th over itself. But man, I've hated Matthew Wade. Honestly, I've hated him all my life. I feel that he's such a loser player. 15-20 का average है. क्यों खिलाते हैं youngster को chance क्यों नहीं देते? But today he proved me wrong. I never expected Matthew Wade
Yeah,
can finish the game like this. Unbelievable stuff from
never
Matthew
liked
Wade.
him much.
The way he
Anyways,
clubbered the ball on the
yeah,
leg
now
side,
I'll
There's
not
a,
question
scoop shots.
why Aussies played him so
no, I think
much.
if you see that,
Yeah,
I think there's
getting Shaheen
this song
Afridi.
from the movie. In the movie, Jyotika,
Yeah,
Sikandar. There's this saying that ultimately he's the champion who plays on that day. Who wins is the champion, right? So
yeah,
Wade has been performing badly all his life. Everybody tells him, oh, he doesn't deserve a chance in the Australian team. Carey should be keeping.
yeah.
Felipe should be given a chance. But then on the day it needed, he fired. And
Yeah, man.
that is more important.
Yeah, he played a really amazing knock today. Hats off to him.
Stoinis also played a role. He wanted to finish it maybe, but yeah, Wade did the job. But yeah, that partnership was unbelievable. Yeah, they were 5 down. We thought it would be.
I actually I have been always been a good fan of Matthew Wade because I think when India toured Australia for the T20 series last winter, so he was opening the batting and he was batting very well. He was actually the captain of Australia at that time. He has that arrogant, vibe that comes out of his. He had a bad sledging affair with Pant in the last winter, but I feel he has that typical Aussie character, which sometimes, Australian culture may they trust these kind of guys who have this, team culture, kind of an arrogant swagger around them. And I think he has that quality. I mean, he's not a good test player, neither a good one day player, but I think he's a good T20 batsman. I mean, he opens well. So I'm surprised like teams have used how the teams have used these options. Like he's batting in the lower order now. And yesterday we saw Daryl Mitchell, who's actually a lower order batsman. He's batting at the top of the order.
Yeah.
So all these teams, they need some X factor to go. You can't go by playing conventional cricket, conventional lineups to the ICC finals. You need to play something. You need to tinkle around just a little bit.
Yeah.
Experiment a little bit to you have that extra edge which these teams have got because of these changes, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. New Zealand and Australia, they have been braver than Team India, and it shows. But guys, what Pakistan could have done differently? Wasn't 177 enough? Like, where did they go wrong today?
I don't think there was anything wrong except for that one phase
They
of
went
6
wrong.
to
Even
10
in the
overs.
19th over, Shaheen Afridi was playing well.
Yeah.
No, except that 6 to 10 over phase where they scored only 24 runs when Babar Azam, Adam Zampa was bowling.
Yeah.
That was the only period they scored at a run ball. Apart from that, they scored at a very good rate, and batting first in Dubai 177 is the best you can do, I think. So they did that very well.
It was the highest total for this World Cup.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, I don't think Pakistan did too much wrong, except one big drop catch.
Drop
And
catch.
sometimes in T20 cricket, I always keep thinking about this, that T20 cricket is a very individualistic tournament more than a team's performance.
Hmm.
Like one individual can change the game, and you can see there what happened. Yeah, in IPL also we have seen this one-on-one player coming out in a position where they're not slated to come in. They come out, smash 3 sixes in 3 balls, and game is over. Same thing here. You drop a catch, and the player just goes for, he knows he has a life, he will go after it. And
Yeah.
it clicked. The ball that he tried to hit the scoop, it could have gone anywhere. But luckily the ball was right where he anticipated and he hit it for six. And the next ball he picked the slower ball up. I mean,
That
being a
was
batter,
clubbered. That was the best shot. Like the mid wicket pe jo six
and
mara
he's
tha,
a
that was
keeper.
amazing.
And you have to remember that he's a keeper. And keepers have been keeping to bowlers throughout the games. They can read bowlers better than other players.
That's a good
So
point.
he read the slower ball. He led the slower ball and he picked it. And he didn't
Interesting
think
point.
twice that
Interesting
it was.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if you see Matthew Wade's grip for that shot, he was actually shaping for the, scoop again. He was actually, the grip was like to scoop the ball, but he realized that it was a slower ball and he immediately changed his shot into a slog sweep from a scoop. So
What a
that was
shot that
very
was.
good
Yeah.
adjustment. Yeah.
And he didn't
And
care if that the boundary was the longer boundary. He just went for it. He
Yeah.
didn't care.
yeah, he trusted the, you can trust this Dubai pitch in the second half when the dew is falling around. You can trust the bounce and the pace. So he just went for it without thinking much. I mean, he didn't complicate his mind with what could be, what can be. He
Yeah.
just went for it and it paid off. So that was brilliant.
Actually, after watching both the games, I would say Australia actually chased it better than New Zealand, because New Zealand, if you see 57 in last 4 overs, that means you're in a spot of bother. But Australia actually were not too far behind the required rate. So, like Stoinis also hit timely boundaries and sixes. So even though they lost wickets,
No, I think
in
you got it wrong, because they needed
I
60
disagree
of
with that.
5 overs. I think they needed 60 of 5 overs, and today Australia needed 62 of 5 overs. So I think they were pretty much the same last 5 overs for both the teams. I don't think it
What we have
was.
to Yeah, agree. I agree. What we have to consider is England always, Owen Morgan always front loads his bowlers. Like he will bowl the best of his bowlers in the first 10 overs. So if you see Chris Woakes bowls 3 overs at the top when the ball is swinging, and you have Jordan as well as Adil Rashid bowling in the power play. So all the good bowlers bowl in the front in the first 10 overs. So what Conway did was he played very sensibly, like he didn't take any risks in the first 10 overs, and he knew that the bowling at the depth was going to be little bit weaker. So it was really good planning from New Zealand part. Whereas for Pakistan, they knew that it is not that front loaded. They bowled 2 overs. All the bowlers bowled 2 overs at the front, so they had quite a number of bowlers left out. So they attacked the spinners. They attacked Imad Wasim, and they could get into their rhythm onto these bowlers. So different kind of chases, but I think both were very well planned. Except for when David Warner got out, I felt it will be difficult for Australia.
Yeah. And what a
I
day for
still
the
cannot
leggies.
believe that.
Yeah, what a day for the leggies. Both Zampa and Shadab were stars today. And in yesterday's match, England match, another shocking thing was Moeen Ali did not even get a chance to bowl. So that will be definitely questioned.
The error, like very costly error, actually. So, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Moeen Ali would have also been taken down for runs. So
Yeah,
we can't say in hindsight, we can say a lot of things, but yeah.
I think the bigger grounds like Dubai and Abu Dhabi kind of support, the leg spinners, because the leg spinners like tossing the ball up and letting the batsman take the risk. Like in smaller grounds in India, like especially the like say strict grounds like the Bangalore and Mumbai, the leg spinners, they don't even have they toss it up, they're going for 6 sixes. But in these grounds, they know that they have the power that like how the 2 wickets that fell, like Smith and the other person Marsh. They tossed him up. He tossed it up, let him hit me, and you try to hit him, and he's going up in the air.
That's actually a
So
good
that
point.
was
Yeah,
cool.
this wouldn't have been the same in Sharjah. Yeah, so it's a good that the semifinals were in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So that does make a difference for a leg spinners. I feel that they're more confident in their bowling because they know the grounds are not that small.
So
So
which ground is holding the finals? The
Dubai,
Dubai.
yeah, yeah, it will be Dubai. Can't believe still like Australia and New Zealand are gonna play the final. So we'll have a new champion, that's for sure. Just like the 2019 World
Yeah.
Cup, the finals was played by, yeah, like we knew that there will be a new champion. So here again, we'll have a new champion.
Yeah.
And actually, honestly, I feel at this point,
It's a-
New Zealand must be happy. I think New Zealand will be feeling a little bit relaxed because I'm sure New Zealand did not want to face Pakistan. There's also a mental drawback you can have in your mind because they already lost one league match against Pakistan. So I think New Zealand is a happier side and they should be looking to avenge the 2015 World Cup final now.
That's one point, but the
a
other
lot of
way
things
is
to
that
avenge.
yeah, exactly. I was going to say that they know how they have played Pakistan before, and that they know what their strengths are and what their players are. So maybe they would have fancied their chances with Pakistan rather than fancying the chances of Australia with so many crazy players there. You have Marcus Stoinis, you have Maxwell, who have Mitchell Marsh, who on their day can change the game.
Actually, it's an interesting point
I
because
mean,
Maxwell hasn't finished one game yet. So, Kunal, what do you think? Is New Zealand happy to see Australia in the finals?
Yeah, so Pakistan was the stronger team. I mean, have been the stronger team for a while now, but
Yeah.
it will not be easy to difficult Australia. I'll say it's advantage Australia in the finals.
And the main reason being because Australia has played on the venue where the final is going to be played, which is at Dubai.
Mhm.
So, and Australia has played a lot of matches in Dubai actually. So I think Australia is now I would say Australia is almost favorites. Like New Zealand always come off as underdogs, be whatever the situation. I mean, no, we never consider even if they win everything, like every tournament in the world, will never consider New Zealand as the
Favorites.
top dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Australia has some really experienced and seasoned
Batting
players in the
possesses
lineup.
like David Warner, Maxwell, Mitchell Marsh. Mitchell Marsh was the one who actually scored a lot of runs against New Zealand in one of the recent T20 series.
Yeah. Mitchell Marsh,
So
yeah, looked good. Yeah. Even today he was batting well. Unfortunately, he got out at the wrong time, but he was looking good.
and their
I think
and I feel their
if
bowling attacks
Maxwell,
are equally
Potent. Yeah, equally
matched.
potent.
So it
Yeah.
I'll
equally
say
matched
Australia's bowling
Australia and New Zealand.
lineup is slightly better, but
I would say slightly weaker because Cummins and Hazelwood can go for runs, but Saudi and Bolt actually hold their lines really well.
Saudi also goes for a lot of runs, and
Like, what's up
Hazelwood
with
has been bowling
the two
really
no
well.
balls that Australia conceded today? Like, both were like Hazelwood and Cummins. The ball just left their hand. It was like a beamer. That was very weird. Like, such experienced bowlers.
I think the bowling
I
attacks
think
are more or less equal. Uh,
exactly.
Yesterday, but
They have.
fielding wise, I think New Zealand is better fielding side. Australia is better batting side.
I mean, to add my point there, I think that if you compare the two bowling attacks for finals, they're pretty much similar in the sense that both of them have a left-arm fast bowler and two right-arm fast bowlers and two leg spinners.
Yeah.
So pretty much they have the similarity, and their fifth bowling options for both the teams are part-time. Like you have Mitchell Marsh, Stoinis, Maxwell who bowls the fifth over, and you have Nisham there. I don't know who else bowls in that team. I think Glenn Phillips bowls an over or something. So it's all part time
Sometimes.
who bowl the fifth over. I don't know. I don't think they even have the fifth bowling option. So, but I think both the teams. I think New Zealand looks a little more settled in the batting department. Australia has one big problem: Smith. They either have to play Smith at 3 or they have
Yeah,
to
Smith
drop
hasn't delivered.
and play someone else. Because the role Maxwell had in RCB, it helped him perform because he needs to go out early and know that there are players behind him that who can take the game, so he can
No,
just go out and play
actually,
freely.
But
So
that is the
in Australia,
problem.
he
Smith
plays
actually,
at
can't be a
tried
number.
finisher. Yeah.
No. Actually, they tried this in the England game and it failed. So basically,
Mhm.
in the England
I mean,
game,
one game you
they
can
sent
fail.
Yeah, they should
yeah.
have more than one. Yeah.
So
They
they
will
sent
not change the
Maxwell at
winning
3.
combination.
They dropped Mitchell Marsh in that game, and that it did not come off. So they reverted back to their old strategy of playing Maxwell at number 4 or 5. So yeah, Steve Smith. I
Yeah.
mean, he's good in sticky pitches. Like in the first ever league match with South Africa, he made a good contribution. But if the pitch is Dubai, I think he's not
Yeah.
going to be, unless you make him open the batting.
Mhm.
He's not going to be that dangerous. So
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Smith's experience is important. I'm not saying Smith is a bad player. All I'm saying is, see, the situation is if you lose, if when Australia lost Finch today very early, they should have sent out Smith right away to take the to take the pressure off Warner.
Yeah. It's
But
actually, yeah.
if Marsh comes out and Marsh and Warner have performed, like say they've scored like 50 runs at that position, 50 for one, then that's not the position for Smith. Smith cannot do it. You need someone else there. Smith is a player who needs time to settle in,
Yeah,
and we need
I'm
to
not
give
sure
him
if
that
Smith
time.
is like Smith नहीं fit हो रहा उनके लाइनअप में. I mean उनका प्लान अच्छा था कि
has
मार्श
to
को इसलिए
no
भेजा था
no
कि रन रेट अच्छी रहे. तो वो करा मार्श ने,
see,
रन रेट अच्छी
the
रखी.
players like Smith, Kohli, Williamson, they have to play the anchor role. They are not
Yeah.
going to be the
Yeah,
the team does not expect
true.
them to go bonkers. Okay,
Mm.
so they have to play the anchor
That's
role.
exactly
So
what
yeah,
I'm
they have
saying.
Smith. So Smith has to be, he has to be pushed either at the top or at the number 3 position, or he should not be in the team
Yeah,
ideally.
that's what
And especially
my
in
view is.
conditions like conditions like Dubai, I think it will be even more. His relevance will be even less. Like
Yeah.
Smith's relevance will be less compared to Sharjah or Abu Dhabi, where the pitches
But
are a little bit slow and not exactly good batting pitches.
but do you guys see Australia making any changes now? I don't think so.
That's true. Yeah, they won't. Yeah, yeah, they won't. They won this match.
I
They've
don't
been
think
winning
any
matches. Yeah, they won't make changes. Yeah.
none of the both of the teams will go unchanged. I think they are both very confident in their uh,
This should be an epic
and
final, guys. Yeah.
I'm excited to see Kane versus Steve. I'm excited to see Bolt versus Stark, and
So many. Yeah.
Saudi versus Hazelwood.
Yeah,
So
really,
so many
they're
good
very similar. The two
matchups.
teams are very similar. Yeah, Shomil was
Sodhi
right. Like
versus
not just the
Zampa.
bowling, even the battings you can match up a bit. Yeah, like Guptill and Warner both are explosive at the top. So yeah, there are a lot of similarities. And I
Warner is a
know
much better player than Guptill. ये क्या comparison भाई?
Australia batting
on
is
his
better
day,
and bowling is equally matched, but New Zealand fielding is actually New Zealand bowling in terms of like their fielding and bowling combination, like how they dot up the. One thing I noticed that New Zealand are really good at dotting, create dot balls. They create a lot of dot balls against India. They created a lot of
yeah,
pressure putting these
yeah,
dot
yeah.
balls. Again, yesterday they put a lot of dot balls actually to Butler. So Butler was not the free flowing batsman that he normally is, because he consumed a lot of dot balls. So they are really good at that, New Zealand. So I think it's going to be a very good contest.
Yeah, that's why I actually want to pick New Zealand. Like I know most of you guys are picking Australia, but I think New Zealand is for me, New Zealand is
I'm
favorites, just slightly favorites, and I also want to support them just because they have the
underdog.
most reliable batsman ever. Like Kane Williamson is the most reliable batsman in cricket. So we all know that we can depend on him even on a final. So and he unfortunately did not play well in the last match. So I'm sure if they're chasing something, I'm sure you'll see Kane Williamson till the very end. And the
A
other
lot
thing
of
is
things.
I'm picking New Zealand because Nisham tweeted that the job is still not over. So
But I have a
Yeah.
feeling if New Zealand has to win, it has to be Gary Mitchell's the person. Like,
yeah,
is
Mitchell
it
was
Gary
really well
Mitchell,
yesterday.
right? Or Daryl Mitchell, whatever his name
Daryl
is.
Mitchell, yeah.
I forgot it. Daryl Mitchell, yeah, that guy. He's the. I think he's a different. He's like a Sehwag of New Zealand. He can hit, and when
Sehwag.
required, he can settle off.
I noticed him like few months
Because
ago.
he's been
He
pushed up
he
the
hit a
order.
test 100 batting at number
So
7, and I was like, yeah, maybe this guy can come in the ODI T20 side. And even Simon Dole, the commentator, made a remark yesterday saying that most of you guys were asking about who is Daryl Mitchell, but now you'll remember his name. He was saying like before the tournament, people were asking who is this guy, who is this
yeah,
new opener. But yeah, um, But yeah, guys, it's very mouth-watering prospect ahead of us. Like this Australia-New Zealand final will be awesome. I hope, I just hope that Australia won't dominate New Zealand as they have been doing over the years. And I really wish for New
I
Zealand.
just don't hope for the 2015 final repeat. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess Stark has an important role to play, just like he did in the
I just as a neutral fan, I would like a game like today.
Yeah, just like last 2 days.
Exciting. Yeah, last 2 days. Exciting, interesting, and hope the best team wins. And I hope that it's all blacks.
So Shikhar and Kunal, you picked Australia. I picked New Zealand. So Shamil, who are you picking?
All blacks.
Kiwis? Okay.
Yes. New Zealand.
Let's see, guys. Yeah, should
be
close. Should be close. Let's see. Hope we get to see. Oh, what if we get to see a super over again? Let's see.
I'm picking Australia only because it's Dubai. Because I feel that these batting pitches, Australian batsmen can really explode. Compared to
Shikhar, you were the guy who texted me yesterday that Pakistan ko trophy de do yaar, and you also texted me that Pak will thrash Australia. So
yeah. I mean,
so expect more surprises, guys.
Pak were expected to win.
That
today.
was expected.
Australia, this is Australia punching above their weight.
I mean,
actually,
I've been very bad with the predictions actually this World Cup. So I don't want to predict anything actually.
I have to say, guys, even India is not in the semis, but this World Cup has been very entertaining. Like
even India is not in the semis. India does not deserve to win the semis.
Come on, यार 2 दिन पहले तो तू बोल रहा था इस World Cup में मजा नहीं आ रहा, Super 6 होना चाहिए था, ये होना चाहिए था. आप बोल रहे हैं बहुत मजा आ रहा है. क्या?
Man, the 2 semi-finals were just
change होता है anyways.
It was a rare feeling. Like
India was get in. India was a shit team. ठीक है.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was a rare feeling that India was not playing any of the semis, but still the heart rate was high even watching both of these matches.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is, I think it's a good thing what happened to India this time, because that will be a wake up call for them.
Yeah,
you cannot be complacent in your team. And
yeah, like Shikhar said, there will be changes.
And we'll take it.
Yeah, like Shikhar also said that India can't go with that conventional mindset in T20. So selectors will realize that, and I hope we'll see a very different team in the 2022 World Cup.
India don't have the team. That's as simple as that. We don't have the team.
The problem is
India never built the team. They never worked on creating.
We have another year.
First team.
We have 1 year to make good changes before the 2022 World Cup. So hopefully we'll make.
No, the problem is
we had 5 years. We had 5 years.
The bigger
so I don't think 1 year is going to make it.
The bigger problem is that T20 is just an IPL performance, and IPL performance say players are getting into the team. Like say if you look at Eturaj Gaikwad, I am surprised even Venkatesh Iyer is getting selected even half the IPL performance.
Yeah,
I understand he's an all-rounder, so India is it's looking everywhere for an opportunity.
No, India are desperate now.
Because
they are desperate. There has been no ICC trophies since last 8 years, so I think that desperation is kind of justified. I mean, we are picking players with no experience, but we are kind of desperate now. So I think the desperate moves are
again the point is
whether it pays off or not, it will be seen.
Say for example, if Pakistan would pick, they would say, okay, I will pick 5 openers and play them 1 to 5. That's not how the team works.
Yeah, that's how I've been hearing that. Like India picked 5 openers in the next series.
Players are playing opening for their respective teams. Eturaj Gaikwad is playing, and then in this team, there's Rahul is playing opening, Rohit is opening, Virat is opening.
Ishan is also an opener.
So you back them into the side and say, okay, you'll bat 1 to 3, and which 1 to 3 we will decide on that day. That's not how a team works. You don't have a number 4, proper number 4. You don't have a good finisher.
No, but I mean, that's just unfortunate. These guys have to work out their positions. I mean, Matthew Wade is also an opener, but he did a finishing role today. Likewise, we've seen KL Rahul playing in multiple positions.
We missed Shreyas Iyer. Actually, we missed Shreyas Iyer in this World Cup because of his injury. He would have definitely played in this World Cup.
Shreyas Iyer, we missed.
And KL Rahul should bat in middle order.
I also feel so.
I think Rohit Sharma and Kohli shouldn't play IPL,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
T20
should open.
international.
that's true, man. Yeah.
There should be Kohli, Rahul should open with either Devdutt Padikkal or a flamboyant opening batsman like Prithvi Shaw or someone who can just go berserk.
I guess
Let
Rohit can
Rahul
still play,
on
but
the
we don't need another player like Kohli who will start
I
slow.
think it's time, man. He's 34. He's 34 years old. He needs to concentrate. Let the T20s be in young teams playing, and let him concentrate on test and one day. I think that's more logical. But again, if Lohit wants to play, he will play. He's the captain now.
Yeah.
But in this, like, I have a big problem with the squad that has been picked for the New Zealand tour. You are picking a team in which you are giving an opportunity to Rituraj Gaikwad, whereas you're sending someone like a Devdutt Padikkal to India A. You're playing Rituraj Gaikwad in Indian squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of weird.
Yeah. Anyways, more discussion on that after this World Cup
Yeah,
final.
later.
So yeah, guys, thank you for joining today, and yeah, we are looking for a
Yeah,
final, which should be a very
Amazing final.
yeah. Trans-Tasmanian final in the Middle East. Wow.
True. All right, guys.
I was
Guys,
I was talking about ashes in the desert, but that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. All right.
So, yeah.
okay, guys. See you. Bye.